After episodes on exotic drugs, epigenetic clocks, and expensive supplements, here's the most important episode of the series, and the least glamorous. If there were a single intervention with overwhelming, proven evidence for extending health span, it wouldn't be a pill or an injection. It's exercise. No drug in development comes close. Let's look at why physical activity is, by a wide margin, the most powerful longevity tool we have. Let's start with why this episode outranks all the others. Everything else in this series, rapamycin, senolytics, NAD, fasting, rests on animal studies, small human trials, or preliminary data. Exercise is different. The evidence that physical activity extends healthspan and lifespan is genuinely overwhelming, built on enormous studies following millions of people across decades. This is about as close to settled science as it gets in human health. Regular physical activity is associated with a large, consistent reduction in death from all causes, heart disease, cancer, dementia, you name it. If exercise were a pill, it would be the most valuable drug ever invented, and every longevity clinic would be built around it. The effect is bigger, and vastly better proven, than any of the trendy longevity drugs. That's not an exaggeration, it's what the data plainly shows. So the single most evidence-based thing in this entire series is also the most ordinary. So why does exercise work so broadly? Because, remarkably, it hits nearly every one of the 12 hallmarks of aging at the same time. Think back through the series. Exercise builds new, healthy mitochondria and improves the function of existing ones, directly countering mitochondrial dysfunction. It powerfully reduces the chronic inflammation, the inflammasome, that senescent cells drive. It stimulates autophagy, that cellular cleanup process. It improves insulin sensitivity and nutrient sensing, the same pathways fasting and metformin target. It supports stem cell function and even appears to benefit telomere maintenance. In other words, exercise does, for free and safely, much of what all those individual experimental drugs are each trying to do one at a time. It's a whole-body, multi-hallmark intervention that no single pill can match. When people ask longevity researchers what they personally do, the answer is almost never a fancy drug first, it's that they exercise, without fail. So what kind of exercise matters most? Two pillars stand out. The first is strength training. Building and preserving muscle turns out to be one of the strongest predictors of healthy aging. Muscle keeps you metabolically healthy, protects against falls, and preserves your independence in old age. The gradual loss of muscle with age, called sarcopenia, is a major reason people become frail, and resistance training directly fights it. The second pillar is cardiovascular fitness. Your VO2 max, a measure of how well your body uses oxygen during hard effort, is one of the single best predictors of longevity we have. Higher cardio fitness strongly tracks with a longer life. But here's the most encouraging part, you don't need to be an athlete. Even simply moving more, walking regularly, taking the stairs, and avoiding long unbroken stretches of sitting, delivers large benefits. And it is genuinely never too late, starting exercise in your 50s, 60s, or beyond still adds healthy, independent years. So here's the takeaway, and it's the most important one in the series. The most powerful, most thoroughly proven anti-aging intervention that exists is not for sale in a bottle, not offered at an exclusive clinic, and not a molecule in a trial. It's exercise, a combination of strength training and cardiovascular fitness, and it's available to essentially everyone, for free. There's a real irony in the longevity world. People will spend thousands of dollars on unproven supplements and biological age tests while neglecting the one intervention with overwhelming evidence behind it. So if you take just one thing from this whole series, let it be this: before you spend a single dollar on a longevity supplement or clinic, the highest return move you can make, by far, is simply to move, consistently, for the rest of your life. That's the real longevity secret, and it's hiding in plain sight. This is educational, not medical advice.